Welcome to the fourth tutorial on living the Muslim life. We will look at the significance and purpose of fasting during Ramadan, and what the night of power is. Sawm means fasting and is one of the 5 pillars of Islam. During Ramadan, all Muslim men and women of good health must observe fasts. They give up things for the sake of Allah, like food, drink, but also things that might distract them from God, like music. Fasting starts from the first light of dawn and ends at sunset. Muslims eat breakfast before the fast starts and eat food with friends and family in the evening. This is what Prophet Muhammad did. Ramadan is based on the lunar calendar. Eid-ul-fitr is the festival celebrated after 29 or 30 days of fasting during Ramadan. Muslims believe Sawm, which means fasting, is prescribed. In other words, it is compulsory. They believe Ramadan is the month that Jibreel first visited Muhammad to reveal the Quran. They believe fasting should bring Muslims closer to Allah and make them grateful for what they have. During the fast, Muslims are supposed to spend more time in greater reflection of Allah's characteristics. Allah does not want people to fast if they do not become better people as a result. Giving up food but not trying to be a good person is not enough. Muslims believe fasting will help them get closer to Allah. Extra prayers are offered in the night, which Muslims believe are given special treatment by Allah. They think that experiencing hunger and thirst helps them understand what the world's poorest people go through, and appreciate all the blessings they have from Allah. Fasting can teach Muslims self-restraint. It is a time to reflect on their behavior. Mosques are full of worshippers during Ramadan, which brings the community closer together. Also, Muslims believe fasting can help make them purer, both spiritually and physically. Some people are not required to fast, because of what it says in the Quran and Hadith. If Muslims can't fast during Ramadan for a particular reason, they can make up those days after eid-ul-fitr, or give food to the needy. There is a link between Ramadan and an event that Muslims believe took place in the time of Muhammad. This is when Jibreel visited Muhammad while he was praying in the cave at Hira. Jibreel commanded him to read some words, but Muhammad said he couldn't. Muhammad had not been taught to read or write. These words were the first ones revealed by Allah to Muhammad. This event is called al-qadr, or Night of Power, and took place during Ramadan, and was the start of his prophethood. Muslims believe that like Muhammad, they can experience their own al-qadr, especially during the month of Ramadan. Muslim scholars have explained the nature of al-qadr in different ways. Some have understood it to be a night when their prayers are accepted. Others interpret it to be a moment when malaika come to support someone. No one can measure the extent of its greatness and rewards. Al-qadr was the start of the revelation of the Quran, which Muslims believe to be the final message from Allah to humanity. It was the time Muhammad was called to become a prophet for the whole of humanity. Muslims can also experience their own al-qadr as a way of strengthening their faith in Islam and becoming closer to Allah. Al-qadr has a special significance when Muslims seek to become closer to Allah and to become blessed. Some Muslims spend the final days of Ramadan in i'tikaf, which is a period of retreat in the mosque during the last 10 days of Ramadan for worship. Muslims believe that al-qadr can remove past sins. In the exam you might be asked to outline ways Muslims might observe Ramadan, or examples of people who may be excused from fasting. You might be asked to explain 2 reasons why Sawm is important to Muslims. In summary, Sawm is one of the pillars of Islam. All healthy Muslims are required to fast during Ramadan. The main aim of fasting is to become closer to Allah. The night of power was experienced by Muhammad when he received the first revelation from Allah. Muslims also seek of al-qadr during the last 10 days of Ramadan as a way of developing a closer relationship with Allah.